Hey guys, I'm not going to talk about Hrithik Roshan. I'm just kidding. You saw that title of mine saying, is Hrithik Roshan natural? So, for my international audience here, people who don't know who Hrithik Roshan is a very famous Bollywood actor. He's one of the most, I would say, one of the most good-looking guys in the Indian film industry. Been ranked in Forbes and Asia's sexiest men and blah blah. I mean, he is the best. When it comes to his physique, he's generically very, very lean. I'm just going to put a picture somewhere here for you to figure out how he looks. But for people like Indians like us, who are die-hard fans of Hrithik, I'm okay. I'm fine. I'm just want to give you a neutral perspective on this. First, before I start this video, guys, why am I doing this? Why am I telling you things about Bollywood actors? We did this video for Tiger Shroff. I did this something for Himesh. Why do I share this? I share my perspective with you on Bollywood actors for a simple reason that you don't have to follow them when it comes to their bodies or when it comes to their lifestyle, because their lifestyle is very different. They transform themselves in weeks. You can't do that. And you should not even do that, because they have a lot at stake. They have a lot of money riding on them, like especially Hrithik. He has a lot of money riding on his physique, so he has to spend a lot of money on his body. And this is exactly what I'm going to talk about. Where he might be spending his money on. So let's address the elephant in the room. Is Hrithik Roshan natural? Can anyone get a body like Hrithik Roshan? So now let's go back to early 90s or late 90s when his movie, Kaho Na Pyar Hai got released. I think it was in 99 to 2000. I think we all were very young. Some of you weren't even born, I guess. So he was a genetically lean guy. He was an ectomorph, a guy who had a tough time packing on muscle. If you see his pictures, back in the days, he was very skinny. And, even, his counterparts used to tell him that, dude, you're very skinny. You can't do this. You're way too skinny for your liking, for anyone's liking, actually. So he started training, and the interview that appeared after his movie Kaho Na Pyar Hai got released, it said that he started training with Salman Khan, and that's how he acquired that body. I don't know what happened in that training program, because Salman Khan, we all know that he really trains people, and he really is a helping hand to a lot of youngsters. He has helped Arjun Kapoor get leaner, and plus he is the way he is. So what happened? What did Salman do? What jadi booty, or rather what magical pill did he give to Hrithik Roshan that he transformed himself for Kaho Na Pyar Hai? And it happened, it may have happened over years. Trust me, no, it was not. It may have happened over the course of about 6 months to 1 year. Good transformation, but that was the time in late 90s when everybody was obsessed with biceps. So he had no abs, all he had were bigger arms. So he would do remember those moves, that Lucky Ali song, Ik Pal Ka Jeena and stuff. All he's doing is flaunting his biceps. If you see his structure, he was genetically very, very still skinny, but he had developed his arms. Now to develop those arms, just arms, back then you only had two things: steroids or synthol, only to get bigger. And if you see his bicep peak is also pretty big around that time. It still is. So how do you develop that? So obviously, there is an element of, juice going there, which is okay. That's the way it is. That's the way it's got to be. So this is definitely there. Now let's see his journey. When he when his movie Kaho Na Pyar Hai became a hit, and he got into this whole Dhoom franchise. He got leaner, he got chiseled, he got his body. But again, I think the real Hrithik came in late 2000s. When his movie Kites came in, Kites, I think he was fairly ripped, and in Krish 3 he just nailed he just nailed it. He got the body that anybody would die for. Now that body, guys, is definitely not natural. You cannot get a body like that. And I was reading somewhere in his interview that when he was preparing for Krish 3, he actually had problems because he had developed some injuries. He was smoking, he was drinking, he lacked the motivation. That's why he got the trainers abroad, Chris Gethin, to train him. I'm not doubting what he did. He did a tremendous job. I'm sure there are a lot of Hrithik fans out there. I'm sure I'm going to get a lot of ruckus around it. But guys, we all know that it wasn't natural. It cannot be. What Hrithik looked like then when he started off in 99 to where he is now, it cannot be natural. I agree, we evolve as a human race. We evolve as men when it comes to our body physique and transformations. But guys, to get a physique like that, naturally, it's not possible. I may be wrong here, but my experience tells me, again, this is my perspective and I'm nobody to comment. You would say, who the hell is he to comment on him? But hey, because I've been getting this question a lot of people, but I thought it'd be a good idea for me to share my perspective, because a lot of youngsters aspire to be like Hrithik, because he had a lot of ectomorphs, because Hrithik has given a lot of ectomorphs the hope that you can pack on lean mass without getting fat. The only way you can do that is by juicing up. And these guys have to do it because it's their job at stake. And I keep telling you this, guys. These guys' lifestyle is very different. They are medically monitored. They have the best of dietitian, nutritionists on board telling them what to eat, how to eat. Do not, I repeat, do not emulate or copy their lifestyle. It's not meant to be. It's only to look good on celluloid. You see, appreciate his body, admire him, and that's about it. Yes, you may want to motivate yourself that someday you would want to look like him. Give yourself a target naturally. Naturally, you can go to now the question would be that, Tarun, if that's not natural body, we as ectomorphs or we get anybody, how can we become like Hrithik Roshan naturally? There are a lot of ways. You cannot be as chiseled as him, but yes, you can come very, very close by following the right diet, by following the right supplementation, and by following the right training pattern. Remember, there's a difference. The only way people use steroids, especially film stars, the reason they juice up is because they have very limited time and they exactly know what they're doing with their bodies. You, me, or any common man for that matter, we just get inspired by looking at them, and then we start thinking of taking these things, hoping that we may also end up looking like them. But that never happens. So that's why I always tell you, whatever you see on screen, these guys only do it for that one particular shot, and the moment that shot is over, they go back to their normal life where they're eating pretty much everything by just trying to maintain themselves. Look at any actor. Look at Salman Khan, look at Amir Khan, look at Shah Rukh Khan after his Happy New Year. I'm pretty sure he's pretty flat with his stomach. Look at Hrithik. The only actor who I believe is maintaining his packs all year round is because his new is Tiger Shroff, I believe. But other than that, everybody, once they do a scene or once they have signed a movie, they obviously have to go on a cycle. Some people choose not to, but I believe, and that's my perspective, they have to, because it's their job at stake, it's their body at stake. So guys, in the end, I'm only going to tell you this: don't try to copy them. Get yourself motivated by looking at their bodies. You can get there naturally, but not as great a body as this, but yes, somewhere close where you are happy with your body image, which will give you a great amount of satisfaction. So I hope this video helps every one of you. So any one of you who have any questions around this, feel free to reach out to me either on my Instagram, YouTube, or even Facebook. I know, guys, I take a lot of time because I get too many questions. Please, I hope you understand this, because I like to answer each and every question. I don't have that shred scam that happened where Jeremy Physique was just answering everything on an auto-generated pilot mode. I don't do that, or he had his assistant doing that for him. I don't do that. I read all the questions and then I answer. So I hope you understand that. So until we meet again, peace.